All right, first page, three proclamations and one person on the public agenda.
Will Councilmember Bluebaugh bring any animals for National 4-H Week? His kids have won all kinds of ribbons.
This is bringing the ribbons.
Apparently he's not even online to
Darn it, Jeff.
answer that. Page 2. Number 1, new business. This is a letter of intent for a $12.6 million IRB under our spec warehouse or spec industrial building program. It's 180,000 square feet of spec at the corner of 21st and I-135. Second item is Max Aerostructures. They're requesting the second 5 years of their property tax exemption. If you look at the report, they have exceeded their capital investment, their job and salary projections in the first 5 years. So recommending the second 5 years. Number 3 is funding of a future of work and workforce study. A presentation will be made, introduction by staff, and then there'll be representatives of the partnership. In their presentation, there's some pretty compelling data that shows that almost 50% of the work tasks that are done in Wichita will be impacted by automation. And this study will show how we can train our workforce to be able to adapt and frankly thrive as we see a change in our manufacturing sector. I think there's maybe a little misunderstanding about what the purpose of this project is. It's not in order to, not to identify how companies can automate, but more importantly, how we can adjust our workforce to be relevant as companies, manufacturers especially, do change in the future. Number 4, this is approval of a design concept for the Hoover Road project. It'll convert it to a 3-lane roadway with a 6-foot sidewalk on the west side and a 10-foot multi-use path on the east side. That's all I have on page 2. Page 3, number 5. This is to designate $700,000 in local sales tax funds from the East Kellogg project to pay for railroad permit fees, some additional project coordination costs, and change orders to address utility conflicts that have arisen on this project. That's all I have on page 3. Page 4, number 1 under the non-consent housing agenda. This is the Housing Authority's 2022 Annual Agency Plan and Capital Plan. It will outline the programs that are planned for completion by the Housing Authority. That's all I have on page 4. Page 5, you have 2 travel requests. Page 6, just to highlight 3A and 3B. This is under the program that we started as a pilot this past year that would allow for the private construction by developers of the public improvements for these subdivisions, and this would allow special assessment funding for that work. Page 7, highlight number 8. We have bids that exceeded the engineer's estimate for paving by about $17,000 on this project, and for drainage, exceeded the estimate for drainage by about $41,000. It's a special assessment project, and all the additional costs will be picked up by special assessment. Number 8, page 8, number 9. This is the annual financial report for the Wichita Retirement Systems. Number 12 is accepting the donation of $90,000 from Empower Evergreen to allow for some improvements of the multi-purpose room and also for some HVAC improvements as part of the total renovation project. I believe, nope, I take that back. I don't have anything on pages 9 or 10 or 11. On page 12, number 25, this is a $3.3 million increase in the project budget for the construction of the Phase 2B improvements for the aviation fuel storage and distribution rehab project. This project's been going on for a few years. It's a construction manager at risk project, and it was anticipated that we would break this into phases and that there would be estimates, there'd be contract amounts then at each phase provided by the construction manager at risk.
How much is the increase?
$3.3 million.
And that's on consent, why? I mean, a figure that large seems like it, is there a policy that allows it to be on consent at that large of an amount?
Because it is just, it's a continuation, it's an amendment to the existing project.
Okay.
The council approved, the project itself was approved by you under new business.
Right.
So is the 3.3 million extra then, or?
It's not extra, it was always anticipated, but we broke the project into phases.
Gotcha.
And so this phase now is coming in, it's not coming above budget. But again, the way we did construction manager at risk,
Okay,
it
thank
was
you.
gonna bring, they'll bring those pieces to you. All right, Mayor, that's all I have.
All right, any further questions, comments? See you all tomorrow.
Right, it is tomorrow. It's not Friday.
It's like, dang.
We'll see you next week.